We back to class.
Professor Weasley?
Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that ingredient for that potion later, I guess. We'll do as much as we can. Hold on.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no
Merlin's
time.
beard.
Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
They're pretty obsessed with Merlin's beard. He must have had a fly-ass beard.
What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
Teach me, master.
Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs.
Will do, will do.
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Word. I want to know it all.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf?
Good question. That I don't know.
Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. Can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
You left your school bag. How irresponsible.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Accio.
A golden snake.
hope that house elf can find us in here.
I know, what am I looking for?
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are.
It's
Wait,
Dobby.
right there. Deke will come to you.
Dobby Blacksaw.
Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
Is that so? I'm Harry Potter.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with.
Have I now?
I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should
Yeah,
always
word. That's what I
understand
was
the
looking
effects
for.
of anything in which one is clothed.
Let's do that.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
Oh, thanks for telling me it was trash.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson.
I
in
shall,
conjuring.
I shall.
The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you.
Thank you, sir. I mean, miss. I called her a sir.
Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the
Word.
resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try?
Quiet.
Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
I guess like that.
You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds.
Word.
Deek will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
Can you tell me a bit more about Deke?
He's been at Hogwarts longer than I have, and seems to know its every nook, cranny, and secret. We discovered this room together when I was a student.
That's cool.
Deke has had a good deal of experience, both here at Hogwarts and at a previous post. I shall let Deke tell you more when he's ready, but again, you would be wise to listen to any suggestions he may have.
Can I use this type of transfiguration magic outside of the room?
Conjuring and vanishing are strictly forbidden elsewhere in the castle. We've charms in place to enforce that. It would be exhausting to reverse the errors in both judgment and magic. But the Room of Requirement has its own rules.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before. Deke thinks you should be...
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds.
Well, I got
Return to
plenty
me
of that.
once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure
Word.
potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Try it on the walls and floor.
Deke cannot believe how many beasts you have here. Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before. Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed. Deke cannot believe how many beasts you have here. Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Good work. Shall we move on?
Dawn.
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell.
Got it.
Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
Sorry.
Deke cannot believe how...
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony.
Do we have to change it?
Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience?
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Oh.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learned a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The
Thank
room is
you.
full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
Looks like we're done here. Question is, how do we get back to it?
An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you,
Word.
Professor. We should keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it.
Wonderful.
This is your space now. Use it wisely.
This is my space now.
Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
I thought there was no teleporter here.
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
They lie in this game. Word. Alright, that's cool. Alright, I think we got one more thing to do before we end this episode. Let's go. Perhaps not. Alright, whatever. What you got to say?
Were you calling me?
Hello.
I was, yes. Thought you might be interested in joining me for a bit of an adventure. Following a treasure map, to be precise. Slight respite from battling the odd troll, I should think. Asked Poppy if she'd be interested as well, but couldn't drag her away from her puff skein. I found 2 maps lying about, both leading to locations around Hogwarts. Care to have a look at one?
Word, word.
Following a Hogwarts treasure map. Count me in.
Wonderful. Hogwarts fascinates me. You can keep whatever treasure lies at the end of your map. I'll be satisfied just knowing where it leads.
Where do you suggest I search first?
Based on a cursory review of your map, I'd suggest somewhere near Hecat's classroom.
Very well. I shall take a look if I can find the time.
Fair enough. Meet me back here if you find anything.
Yeah, if I have the time, man. If I have the time. Like, I have no idea what this means, but still, we'll take it off your hands. There you are, kid.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
Sebastian.
Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place.
Word, word. Show me your secret hangout.
There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised.
Forgive me for looking like Ronald McDonald. This is my new wizarding outfit. I'm a wizard, Harry. Look. Gone.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne.
Word,
She
word.
loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily.
Revelio.
We've never been caught.
Revelio. Oh, look. Money. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's talk to this guy.
I know Ominous. Met him in our common room. I've noticed he uses his wand to navigate the
Ominous.
castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Of course. Ominous spoke to me about his family when we first met. To say that he has no love lost for them is an understatement.
Glad you understand. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
That's
Proper magical
ridiculous.
education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like conferring
You're
powers
already
only
going to
truly
hell for
dangerous in
doing
untrained
magic. You might
hands.
as well just
Such
do
spells
all
should be
of it.
properly
Right?
taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic.
Must you
But
repent
should
it? You
learn
better
it.
repent that
I
shit.
can teach it to you safely here. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
Confringo.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the target.
Yes, sir.
Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther than that of a spell like Incendio. Confringo! Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
You'll get it. That's it!
I think I've got it.
It's a tad hot, sir.
Well done.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo,
Hell yeah.
we cinched our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet
What
Anne.
other kind of
She
evil
could use some
magic
cheering
you
up.
could show me?
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately,
Solomon.
you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me. About the port key, and Gringotts, and Ranrock.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect,
Yes.
there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
Should I tell him everything, guys? I don't know if I should rat.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All
Yes,
right.
he must keep it secret.
I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain.
It's ancient
All I know is
magic.
that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Figure
It's
I think that
ancient.
Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying
Yes.
archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you,
But I can't
I
teach
suspect a
you.
bit more time practicing the blasting curses in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us. When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Yeah, we don't know why I could do the ancient magic. It's not something I can teach, so... Alright, let us go. We gone.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello, Ominous. I was just
Wait a
heading into
minute,
our
you
common
see
room.
me?
I've recognized that voice.
You can
You're
see
the new
me?
5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft?
I thought I was
How did you
John
get in
Cena. You can't see me.
Actually, Sebastian brought me there, but he made it perfectly clear to keep quiet about it.
That rat! You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends
We
with the
won't.
headmaster, and I'm not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
No need, no need.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft.
Why should I trust you? You just betrayed Sebastian.
Please. I was trying to defend
Please.
him. He was clear that this was a secret place and I was to tell no one. He's a good friend.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Well... Don't you worry, sir. Let's just go in and see what this is about.
I was hoping to see you.
Word, word. Professor Fig.
You're back.
Finally. Minister
Tell me your
Spavin talks more
tales.
than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him.
By
and
the
then
way,
told me
I
to
need
take
the
toast
that
Why
book.
would you want to take Toast?
to a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Let us go.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
Peeves, that douche.
To think it was beneath us all this time.
Yes, it was beneath us the whole time. Dumbass. Interesting, interesting.
This looks promising.
Put the book down there. Magical, magical.
A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent.
Right, I probably should have ended the episode like before the scene, but like we're here now. I also want to make sure it's long enough.
We're here to see this.
A lot of that stuff we did, I'm gonna probably edit it up heavily.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal, as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend. See now why you needed to return
Hopefully
with the
this
book?
part doesn't like take
I
that
also see
long.
why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability. The potential and power which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
I don't recall.
I do recall seeing the memory, but I don't remember all of the details.
My friend Charles and I spoke of the portkey and of trials we'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic. Charles is another of the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
You're confusing me with all this
long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower.
Interesting.
It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I don't think I have. Perhaps your young friend is not as well traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
Transformers more than meets the eye.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Of course not, of course not. Word. So that'll do it for this episode, guys. It's probably been, well, long enough. So, alright. I'm gonna see y'all next time, man. Peace. I'm out.
It's time you learned Glacius is freezing yourself. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
How dare you interrupt my outro? Alright, we'll leave that in too. Alright, guys. I'm out then. For real this time. Peace.